What's up, internet people? Today I am going to review a product. A company reached out and said, hey, we've got a product we think you might like. We're going to send it to you. You try it out, do a review, and let us know what you think. This product is from AirMoto. Now, you may have seen it on Amazon. This retails for, I think, like $79, something like that. And what it is it's actually a tiny little air pump. So we're going to open this thing up and see what it looks like, see what it does, and we're going to put it through some tests. Well, you can see how small it is. It looks like we got some accessories. Oh, handy little carrying case. That's cool. And this must be all that we need. Pull air hose. Woohoo! All right. So it looks like it's got a couple different settings. Let's see what we got. I haven't even looked through the user manual. I'm literally just going to kind of play with this straight out of the box and see if it's easy enough to figure out what you're doing without looking at a user manual. You can set your inflation. So let's say we want to run 32 PSI. We have the front tires of the Shaggin' Wagon. Let's see where we're at. We're about 26 PSI. Let's take it to 30. Kick this down to 30 PSI. Let's rock and roll. Oh, it even flashes done. That's kind of cool. All right, so that was only about, I don't know, 25 seconds or so. Pretty good. We only went up about 4 or 5 PSI at the most. Now let's see how accurate we are. Okay, so according to this gauge, we only went up 3 PSI. This is showing we're at 28. This says we're at 30. Let's go to 32 on this one. No, let's just go to 33. So right off the bat, I'm noticing that when you start this thing to get it to turn on and actually start inflating, you have to hit the power button just kind of real quick. Well, what's happening is if you have a big fat thumb like me and you hit down here, it's going to switch the mode. So I need to go back to auto. We're set at 33. All right, done. Survey says... Okay, now my gauge is saying we're almost at 31. So we're off by a couple PSI between this gauge on the machine and this little doodad gauge. I kicked this thing up to 35 PSI, and in the end, that put me at right at 33 PSI on this gauge. Now, this is what I've been using for a very long time. I trust this one and I've used it on everything, so I go by this one. We're off by 2 PSI, not a big deal, especially for something that, you know, is so small, so compact, and just battery operated. It's impressive, I'll give it that. So I'm not gonna take points off for being 2 PSI off from this gauge versus this gauge, because you know what? If I put a third gauge on there, I'm willing to bet it's not gonna be 100% with these either. So all right, so let's talk about what you get and how well I think it's made. Overall first impression, just holding this thing, it's got some weight to it. It seems to be put together okay. I mean, all of this is obviously plastic. Doesn't look like it would pop apart very easily. So I put this in there and pushed it, and looks like the bottom is already popping out. Yeah, I don't know that this is necessary. I get where they're going with it. You're supposed to press this to help you pop this up, but it's already sticking out that far. Just grab it and pull it up. And once it's in there, it's not falling out. It's still making that noise. Maybe it's not that plastic piece. Here's our little USB charger cord. There's really not much to it. You just got your your 3 little adapters that go on the end. So plastic, this is metal, and obviously that's metal. It is made in China.
China, 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 China.
I guess, would you keep all this stuff together in this bag, maybe? Let's stuff it all in there and see what it does. Throw that in your center console. It's like Milli Vanilli.
Blame it on the rain.
Like, I just want to draw a face on here now. So I've been playing with this Airmoto smart air pump little device for a while now. And here's the conclusion I've come to. This is just my own personal opinion based on how I've used it and how it's responded for me. As far as vehicles go, it's great that it's super small and slim like this and you can just toss it in your glove box or whatever. It's super convenient. My problem is, if I charge this up and I throw it in my truck, I'm probably not gonna have a flat tire or need it for probably a long, long time. Just playing the odds. And the one time that I will need it, will the battery still be 100%? Maybe, maybe not. I haven't had a chance to really test that theory because I haven't had anything happen. But I can always plug it in and charge it. But I'll be sitting on the side of the road waiting for this to charge. So far, it's charged up fairly quickly, which is a plus. But this little thing is not going to fill one of the tires on my big F-150 in any reasonable amount of time. It'll get hot, it'll run out of battery, I'll have to unplug it and charge it. So for automobile applications, I don't know that this is the best for that. However, dirt bikes, mountain bikes, road bikes, things like that, this thing is perfect. It's small enough that you can throw it in a backpack and keep it with you. You can charge it right before your ride, and if you get stuck out on a trail or whatever, it'll get you going again. Things around the house, basketballs, volleyballs, things like that, perfect. So quality, 1 out of 10. I'm gonna give it about a 7.5, strong 7.5. And the reason I didn't give it any higher is because of this. You know, when I pushed down on the little hose to put it in, the bottom of the device has already kind of popped out. Design, I actually really love the design. I love that it's super small and compact and convenient, and you can charge it with a USB. So I give it a 10. Usability, little funky if you don't read the directions, but probably about a 9. It's fairly simple. Even if you didn't have directions, you could probably figure it out pretty quickly. Overall, it's a cool little device. I want to say thank you to Airmoto for sending this out to me and let me try it and give my honest review of it. I actually really like it. Makes a great stocking stuffer for somebody for Christmas maybe. Find them on Amazon and read through the reviews and make your own choice. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Stay hungry, stay foolish.